Let's try it again. This time on the air.
All right.
That was a good practice run. Hey, we need to get the official name of the business here, of the business. Raxx Billiards and Club Pub Grill. What exact name of
Raxx Pool Room.
No, that's not it, man.
Yeah, no. Let me get a card. Hold on a second. You're not live yet.
No, not yet. But I'm fixing to go.
Key me off. You turn me off already?
This gray one is you. Up. Whenever it's up, that's you. All right. Mic check, please. Mic check. All right. If we can get a mic check from the internet, we'll be ready to rock and roll here. We should be live now. We'd like to let everyone know Ustream has been having issues with their chat, and we are working to resolve those. They are working to resolve those, actually. And hopefully they can get that taken care of in a timely manner, because we sure enjoy chatting with everyone during the live show. The interactive part of it is a big part of it. Again, if we can get a sound and picture check from the internet, we'd sure appreciate it. Sound and picture check. We can get this thing rolling. All right, sound check, sound check, sound check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Good. All right, we are ready to rock and roll here, and folks, Manny Chau and Dennis Hatch have already warmed up. We'll be rolling here in just 1 second.
The 2010 Seminole Pro Tour is brought to you by the Seminole Tribe of Florida and Seminole Media Productions, Delta 13, the True Triangle, and official rack of the Seminole Pro Tour.
Yes, this is a rematch from the finals of last year in 2009. Exact players. Dennis Hatch came out on top in 2009, became the champion of the Empire State Championships.
If you're just tuning in, this is Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, and we are here at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill in West Hempstead, New York. This is the 2010 Empire State Championship and Seminole Pro Tour. This is going to be an awesome match here. Dennis Hatch, of course, is the defending champion of this event, and here we go. Here is the leg.
Wow, this is going to be one exciting match, guys.
In case y'all weren't aware, joining me in the booth right now is Alan Leon, also known as Upstate Al, in the house.
Hey, everybody out there in Stream World. This is going to be one of great adventures.
Oh, absolutely, Alan. This is going to be an unbelievable match right here. And now, of course, last year, this was the finals from last year. This was Manny Chau and Dennis Hatch.
Yeah.
And did you happen to catch what the score was in this match last year?
I have no idea what the score was last year in the finals. All I know is Dennis did come up on top. They have a banner above the table, and it does say 9-ball Empire State Champion Dennis Hatch. This is the Seminole Pro 10-ball Empire State Championships.
I'm excited, Al.
Oh, yeah, I'm juiced. I'm ready for this one.
All right, Manny Chau will be leading us off. This is a race to 7, all the way up until the final rounds. And when they get down to the final rounds, it'll turn to race to 8. And Manny Chau leading us off here. Rack number 1. They are racking their own.
Also in this tournament is calling all balls. If somebody should pocket a ball after calling a safe, the incoming player has an option to give him the shot back or take the shot himself.
And I really like those rules, Alice. I think they're the most fair and take a lot of the luck out of the match. And this is winner break format, and they are racking their own. We have got the information coming into the booth at this time what the score was in this match last year in the finals. And Al, what do you got?
It was 10-6. Dennis was down at one time, and Dennis come back to win on the Hill match.
Sweet. Wow.
Pretty exciting match last year. And we are underway. Manny Chau at the table here, looking for a position on the 3 into the side pocket. These are really two great players. If anybody out there doesn't know who these players are, you're in for one really, really good play here.
I tell you, the first time I've ever got to see Manny Chau play live was at the Music City Open. It was a bar box event, race to 11, and it was extremely exciting. This guy plays jam up. Of course, we all know Dennis Hatch and his skill on the table.
Absolutely, very strong player. Moscone Cup MVP. Manny elected to play that 3 up in the corner. He slow rolled it and didn't go in. So Dennis coming to the table with an opportunity here to try to get on the board first. Probably going to spin down off the short rail, play it with some spin, and get right back to the other rail for the 5. A lot of traffic in there. Hit it a little too hard. You can hear Dennis every once in a while, just like you did. He said, I hit a little too hard. We do have the table mic up.
Overruled that a little bit, Al. He was wanting to set that up for the corner pocket here. He still should be able to cut that in, but he's, Manny and Dennis are having some discussion on that shot. What happened now? I missed it.
I don't know.
But Manny's coming to the table.
Manny asked Dennis a question, and Dennis agreed with him. I think it was a bank shot that Dennis played on the 5 ball. And Dennis says he thought it was obvious, and he didn't have to tell Manny he was playing it in the side, banking it. So Manny says, did you call it? You have to let me know, and that's the rules of this game.
Yeah, you have to. You do have to call your shots, and it is call pocket in this event. And the shots that would not be assumed would be banks and combos.
Right, and Dennis agrees with it. And
so officially, Manny is correct. A lot of players, would say, "Hey, that it was obvious what he was going for," but I didn't see the shot.
It was a dead shot.
It wasn't.
Yeah, he fired it right into the rail.
Yeah,
but. Manny's called one of the tournament directors over, and the tournament director said that it's Manny's shot. You can bet from now on if there's anything that has any kind of discrepancy as far as a bank or a combination, Dennis Hatch will be waiting for Manny's attention and tell him exactly what he's playing. Dennis just communicating with somebody standing behind the booth there. Manny Chau just waiting till Dennis finished talking with Stevie Moore. Stevie come over and asked Dennis one of the rulings on Stevie's table. Manny playing the bank here. Fails to make the 6-ball, bringing Dennis back to the table.
And Dennis is actually in better shape now than he was a second ago.
Yeah, because he would have wound up with that bank shot also. Not saying that he couldn't make it, but fortunate for Dennis, he gets back out of the chair. He's at the table. Looking again to draw first blood here in this set. It's a race to 7.
Yeah, he wants to shoot that 7 ball in the top right corner really bad. The 8 ball is really big right there, and that's what he was looking at, making sure he was clearing the 8 ball. And he went ahead and just didn't even bother trying to get it in that corner. It's got kind of on the 50-yard line here, though.
Actually, it was 10-7 at one time when Dennis was down to come back and win a Hill match last year in 2009. Thank you, Gail. That was Gail Glazebrook just giving us an update.
And we really appreciate everyone that helps us at all of the events that we go to, bringing us information to the booth. It really makes for a much more enjoyable viewing for the folks on the internet to know what's going on in the room and some of these details behind the scenes. Really like to give a shout out to all
Dennis
all
Hatch
you
prevails
viewers.
and takes the first game in this match in a race to 7. Once again, folks, this is the Seminole Pro 10-ball Empire State Championship at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill in Hempstead, Long Island. You are watching Dennis Hatch and Manny Chau. The first match on the stream. Dennis now leads by a score of 1-0.
Well, you know, that could have worked against Mandy there. He got to, when you make a call like that, officially he's right on the call, But unofficially, most players would let that slide or maybe give it an initial warning, say, hey, let's call all banks and combos, let it slide. But it kind of came back on Manny. I think he was feeling a little bit
I'll tell you
of that.
what, it was an obvious bank, and Dennis was kind of upset he even called that on him. But,
Yeah.
Like you said, karma comes back and haunts you. Okay, Manny up at the table here in this race to 7. He's just looking at playing a safe here, possibly just coming up and hiding the cue ball behind the 7. Well, just as good. That'll work. You can bet if Dennis is going to attempt to bank this ball, he will call it, but it looks like he's going to elect to play the safe shot.
I got to give a shout out to Dennis also. Dennis, that situation, he shrugged it off there pretty much and made a little light of it, joked a little bit, smiled, had some fun, and he's back in the groove.
Well, it shows the professionalism and sportsmanship. It's very easy to get hot over that, but if you get yourself hot and bothered about somebody calling something like that on you, you kind of might lose your focus.
Exactly.
They got to be tuned in to play these matches.
Upstate Al, folks. This is Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, joined by Alan Leon. Upstate Al.
All right, Dennis selects to play that safe. He's got Manny stuck behind the 9-ball. Manny's looking to either 1 or 2 rail take this off the short rail. And he's calling safe. If you don't call safe and he pockets the ball, Dennis can make him shoot. Wow, went right behind the 1 ball. There's a lot of trouble on this table here. You got the 3-5. Probably the only trouble he's got. So Dennis just bumps into it to try to making an easy shot. And from our vantage point, believe it or not, we got a pretty good vantage point in this tournament here. We're sitting up a little bit higher, but I still can't tell if that 3-ball has a clear shot into the side. We can tell after Dennis plays his position here. Looks like it does, but he has to get on this side, the lower part of your viewing monitor he's trying to get down to. With his cue ball, so that he can have position on it just to roll up and pocket the 5 in that corner where the 5 lies on that long rail. He's got to make sure he has vision. I guess from anywhere on that table there, he's good to go. Wow. Okay, here's the situation with the orange crush, the 5-ball, which they had the discrepancy on in the first game. Dennis is now shooting the 5-ball again.
Well, I got a good friend that always says the 5-ball gets a lot of players. The orange ball.
Well, Dennis, this ball's safe here. And a nice safe. He's got to watch his speed. Still safe, but I believe Manny can see it.
If he can see it, it looks like the edge, barely.
Folks, if you happen to be in the area of Raxx Pool Room in Hempstead, Long Island, this is where we are coming to you live from. This room is just buzzing with talent. A lot of pro players on scene, including Mike Siegel, who I was talking to outside the room there. He is in the room. Corey Deuel, Dennis Hatch,
Stevie Moore,
Mike DeShane, and many more. Tony Robles, or Frankie Hernandez. It's just Mark Vidal.
Ginky.
The Gingster. Yeah, come on down, guys. And check out this tournament. There's plenty of room to sit around and view this from the side rails. The streaming table is next to the side rails.
Also like to give a shout out to a man that's been a well-respected top player in this area for many, many years. And he's helped us out so much with this particular show, Devil Dave.
Devil Dave in the house. That's right. And, Dave Ascoli.
Really appreciate all of Dave's help for this event and helping to make it happen the way it is.
And I think Trucker's going to give him a chance to get in the booth with him later on.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah, hopefully.
And we're back to the match, and Dennis looking strong here to take this to a 2-0 lead over Manny Chau. Just a reminder, Manny did have Dennis by a score of 7-5. Dennis was down last year. So this could be the reversal move here.
Mike Davis also in the house.
Dennis Hatch, we're coming to you live, now leads by a score of 2-0 over Manny Chau. This is the Seminole Pro 10-ball Empire State Championships at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill in Hempstead, Long Island.
We'll be back in just a second, folks.
The Seminole Tribe of Florida, unconquered warriors with a formidable history. Building on its rich heritage of courageous and groundbreaking achievements, the Seminole Tribe of Florida now begins the next great chapter in the remarkable legacy of the Seminoles.
All right, and we are back. Dennis Hatch leading Manny Chau 2-0. Upstate Al and Big Truck here in the booth. We are having a large time today over here at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill over in West Hempstead, New York, on Long Island.
Dennis Houch now leading in this match of a score of 2-0 over Manny. Breaks and comes up dry, and most of the balls stayed down there on the other half of the table where they racked. So this is not going to be an easy task for Manny to get out here. But then again, I've been wrong. Manny just looking to slide over to the other side of the table. Needs the angle on the 3 to get back for that 4 ball. Now he has to make a decision, either to play it in the side or down in the opposite corner. Just gets down the stroke.
It's a nice shot, Al.
Yeah, does he have the angle, though, to get back up to the 5 on the opposite side? Yeah, looks like he does. The only thing is, I think he's shooting over the 8. He might elect to follow this just a little bit, right up to the top short rail. He's undecided right now. What Manny is looking at, not that he's undecided about making a shot, he's undecided about his next position off the 5 to the 6. That's what he's thinking about. Okay, he elected to break the 6 ball and 7 ball up. Making a lot of room in between there so he can have a choice of what pockets to play the 6 ball in.
Alan, I'd like to let everyone on the internet know that the rail for this match is unbelievable. We got people crowded around in every available spot on the rail nearly, and then 2-3 deep in some spots.
Manny just tried to pocket the 5 ball on the side and go up and down for the 6 and wound up missing that orange 5. Once again, folks, the orange 5 ball seems to be the controversy in this set so far.
I'm starting to think there might be something to that, Al.
Well, Dennis is going to put a stop to that, I guess.
Wow, what a precision shot that was.
You are looking at the man who did win this tournament last year, Dennis Hatch. There is a banner hanging up in Raxx pool room above table 24.
Table 9, Pleasant Mars, table 9. Brian Testa, table 9.
Mark Vidal, those you in New York City or around the country that are familiar with Mark Vidal, his nickname is Spain. He did win this tournament in 2008. There is also a banner for him.
No kidding, that's awesome. Yeah, Mark's a great guy. I got to meet him for the first time at the New York City Championships last weekend.
And there you have it, folks. Dennis Hatch going out front, 3-0 over Manny Chau.
We'll be right back, folks. And we're back. Dennis Hatch leading 3-0 now.
Dennis Hatch come up dry on that break. He's still going right back to the same spot. Let's see if he picks up the speed a little bit. Maybe a tad. Looking at nothing again. Nice smash. Beautifully spread out rack here for Manny to come to the table, but I'm not sure from my angle if Manny has a shot at the 1 ball or not. He gets down like he does. And he sure did. We are playing call all balls. So if Manny didn't have a shot at that one and elected to play safe or pocketed the ball, there could have been a discrepancy there. So Dennis just shrugging it off and letting Manny proceed.
On our next table, we've got Stevie Moore playing Josh Brothers, and that's an awesome match too. And there's so many great matches going on here. Anybody that's close enough to get out here to Raxx Billiards on Long Island out here at West Hempstead, you need to get this way as soon as possible. You're missing a lot of great pool. On the next table, Josh Brothers and Stevie Moore are at looks like 4-0 possibly. We're going to get an update as soon as Josh post a match here. It looks like it might be 5-1. Al, I can't see them beads.
Very hard for me to, Ray, to see from here. But on the other table, just behind that, to your, well, you can't see it in your right-hand corner. Mike Davis is playing Joey Korziak from Long Island. Joey, a great player. J.K., everybody knows him from New York City. Another great match playing there. And Oscar Bonilla and Mike DeShane in your foreground. All right, Manny wound up dead, kicking 4-ball, and wow. Dennis gives the shot right back to Manny, but after calling safe, Dennis called safe. He wound up pocketing the 4-ball. Manny had the option of giving Dennis the shot back or not. So Manny gives the shot back to Dennis. Dennis coming to the table, shooting the orange crush. He likes to play safe again.
And he got a nice roll there. The 6-ball could have bumped it a little farther behind the 8. I think Manny can see this. And any time in the rules that we're playing here that the players call a safety and pocket any ball, not just the ball in order, they can get the shot back. The incoming player has the option. Very nice.
Dennis Hatch not looking at a lot here. He's looking for his best option to kick out of this safe on the 5-ball. We got a lot of great matches going around the room. Hunter Lombardo is also in the house. Dennis kicks at 2 rails, making a good hit and locking the cue ball behind the 9. What a roll for Dennis Hatch.
Wow. And we've got some fabulous safety play going on this rack.
Yeah, on this 5-ball, yeah, it's been going back and forth.
I believe the 5's going to leave the table at this shot here. Al, what do you think?
Well, it's supposed to. Dennis just has to come off the rail and possibly get behind the 9-8. Is that the way he's traveling?
Looks like he's going to try to come up
He
between.
bumped the 7 and missed the 5. That 5-ball's been haunting. Now, this is a shot where Manny could come back to the table and say, Dennis, shoot it again. And Dennis will gladly take this, but
yeah.
Manny can jump balls pretty well.
And he might be able to swerve this out.
Yeah. But man, the 6-ball sitting on the other side of the table down low, so the English will work. Manny's electing to go to his jumper, folks. We'll see the first jump shot here in this match. I've seen Manny jump balls in the last tournament, and I'll tell you one thing, he jumps pretty good. So keep an eye on this shot. Manny is calling the 5-ball into the corner pocket, pocketing the 5-ball. And how's the speed, folks? How do you hit it? Tell you to keep an eye on that shot. Well, he got a little straight, but he should be okay. Okay, folks, Manny going behind his back here. Punching the ball. Dennis stands up and calls a foul. And Dennis is 100% correct. Manny says it is a foul. Dennis coming to the table, just looking at the 7 ball, 8, 9, and 10. Should put another one in the bag here and go ahead by a score of 4-0. I don't want to jinx him, but Dennis Hatch in this table looks pretty good.
All right, we have been informed we are going to have a complete players list on our hands very shortly, and we will also have all of the top players and including how some of them finished in last year's event here. Dennis Hatch moves forward, leading now 4-0. We'll take a look at the break from Dennis Hatch's perspective.
Wow, Dennis smashes him up and unfortunately scratched into the side pocket. Dennis now leads this match by a score of 4-0. Just to mention a couple more players, we do have a list and a half here. We do have Zion Z here. Sean Wilkie is also in the house. Great player. Many people know him out there. Earl Herring is also in the house. Mike Siegel, Mark Fidel, Josh Brothers, Matt Cross, Stevie Moore, Mike Davis, Hunter Lombardo, Dennis Hatch, Manny Chau, Mike DeShane, Corey Duell, and many, many more, folks. Come on down and see some great play at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill in West Hampton, Long Island. This is the Seminole Pro 10-ball Empire State Championships. It is a race to 7. Getting down to the finals, it is a race to 8. We thank you for joining us out there in Streamland. This is coming to you from PoolActionTV.com, the Big Truck Show streaming.
Yes, sir. We're out here on West Hempstead, New York at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill. Owned by Holden Chen. If you all haven't been out this way to meet Holden, you need to do that. Holden's a super, super nice, down-to-earth guy. Runs a really nice place here. There's just 9-footers as far as you can see throughout the room here.
And a private room if you want to hold a party also. Okay, Manny Chau coming to the table after getting ball in hand off a scratch by Dennis into the side pocket. Has to start showing up here. Manny just looking to roll up a little bit for the 4 and up in the corner and playing the 5 into the same pocket, but he's got to make sure he leaves an angle on his 5 to get back across the table for the green 6 ball on the opposite long rail. And he does have the angle.
Well, Manny desperately needs to finish this rack here and get on the board.
Well, there's that orange 5 ball again.
Wow.
Pocketing it and scratching.
Wow.
That 5 ball's been a haunt to Manny ever since he called that foul on Dennis when Dennis banked that ball across the side. Dennis just going to draw this back a little bit or elect to play forward.
Table 22, Phil Davis.
Playing forward, playing the 10 ball in the opposite hole, and Dennis is on the verge of going up in this match by a commanding lead of 5-0 over Manny Chau.
Man, brutal.
Don't count Manny out, though, folks. I'll tell you what. He can put a 7-pack on you quicker than you can turn the corner and grab a soda pop. Here we go. Dennis Hatch up the break in this sixth game. This is the Seminole Pro Tour 10-ball Empire State Championships. And this is the man who won it in 2009. Out the break, Dennis Hatch. Wow. Slammed it. The 9-ball almost went into the side pocket and came back out. And again, Dennis turned the heat up, and nothing dropped.
Al, you know, I don't remember if we mentioned it or not. I think you may have, but we do have Hall of Famer Mike Siegel here as well in the field.
Yes, we do. Mike was outside, and I had the pleasure of talking with him for a little bit. Coming down to support the tournament. I believe Mike came all the way down, came up from Maryland, if I'm not mistaken, to support the tour.
Nice little drive there, right up 95.
Yeah. Well, Manny's going to have to do a nice little drive here and put one on the board here.
Well, he needs it. He certainly had the opportunity.
Wow. Unfortunate. You got a kiss off the 6-ball right into the pocket. Dennis coming to the table with ball in hand and leading this match 5-0. And looking to get up on the hill first here is Dennis Hatch.
Just like connect the dots from here, Al.
Yeah. I don't see any problem here, Ray. Dennis making easy work of this rack here so far. He might have got a little too straight on that 9-ball. He should have no problem just drawing back to the long rail. Dennis now looking dead straight for the 10-ball into the corner pocket. And there you have it. Dennis Hatch going up 6-0. He is on the hill against Manny Chau.
Upstate Al and Big Truck joining you in the booth here. I'd like to thank everybody on the internet for joining the show. I hope you're enjoying it. This is certainly an awesome match to start the tournament out with.
Oh, wow. This is unbelievable. This is the exact finals of last year. How ironic is that?
It starts off the same way it ended.
Yeah. Also, for those of you who join us, we'd like to wish Danny DiLiberto get well fast, Danny. We all miss you out here in
Absolutely.
in the pool world.
We did hear just today that Danny is out of the hospital up in Buffalo area.
Yes. Again, nothing comes. Dennis comes back from the table dry. But you know what? It's been working out for him. He's busting dry, and he's leading this match. He's on the hill right now. It's a nice cut shot by Manny Chau, but now you got to deal with the 2-ball. I think he's going to look to duck behind the 7 here. playing the cue ball behind the 7, cutting the cue ball. Oh, Manny's getting aggressive. This kid come back to haunt him. He got aggressive, played with reverse right off the short rail, and wound up pretty good on a 3 ball. He's gonna have to draw back a couple inches to get out of the jam and play the 4 ball in the corner, which he does.
Nice shot. He cut kind of a severe angle on this 4 ball. He's going to have to travel a little bit or really finesse it.
Wow. He got real fortunate there to get a roll.
Very.
Bumping into that 8 ball. That orange ball's been haunting Manny, which is the 5.
Well, he's got a funny angle on the 7 ball here now as well. Okay, from this angle, it was hard to tell. It looked like he was angled away from the 7 ball, but he was not. He was able to float down a little bit.
He's still a little funny. He's got to watch the speed here. Dennis has been at the table a long time, and there you go. Manny's hasn't been at the table, and he doesn't have the speed down packed. And there you go. Now he's safe behind the 10 ball.
Yeah, he's going to be getting shorty out here. The official rule in the Seminole Tour is that you can only use your short cue twice in a match. You can jump an unlimited amount of times, but you're only allowed to use the short cue twice. And I have not heard if they were going to be using that rule, because this is a joint event here. This is the Empire State Championship / Seminole Pro Tour.
Manny Chau breaking down his sticks. Dennis Hatch taking it by a score of 7-0. Just shut Manny Chau out there. Even though Dennis Hatch, his break wasn't working, but he won the match 7-0.
All right, folks, we are going to get things wrapped up on this end here. We're going to be back shortly with another match, so stay with us. This is just getting better, and I tell you, is it going to keep getting better throughout the tournament? Man, that's a great match we started off with.
Oh, absolutely. Look at the enormous amount of players you have. Look at the talent you got in this room.
Manny seemed like he was having a tough time getting in the groove there and adjusting to the speed of the table, and he was just having some issues throughout that match. And Dennis seemed really comfortable. And
it all started from the opening gate. Believe me when I tell you, and there's probably 150 people standing around here in this arena. Everybody knew that Dennis was playing that 5 ball cross side except for Manny. Manny said, "Did you call it?" Dennis said, "Wasn't it obvious?" Manny says, "It wasn't obvious to me." Well, from that opening gate, things turned around. Not saying that had an issue. Dennis was actually in gear and running balls, so take nothing away from Dennis. He accepted that and came back to the table with the same demeanor he started with.
All right, folks, we're going to get things freshened up on this end here. We'll be back with you momentarily. Stay with us.
The Seminole Tribe of Florida, unconquered warriors with a formidable history. Building on its rich heritage of courageous and groundbreaking achievements, the Seminole Tribe of Florida now begins the next great chapter in the remarkable legacy of the Seminoles.
Teddy Cook, William Gallagher, table 10. Teddy Cook, William Gallagher, table 10.